What if losing everything as a teenager actually became the first step to building the life you'd always dreamed of? This is What's Next with yours truly, Trina Finch, and today's story is one about a young man who, through perseverance and hard work, is sitting here with me today. Dr. Matt Antonelli has this beautiful combined chiropractic and acupuncture. Thank you for letting me come to your space today.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. You have quite a story to tell, so let's get right to it. Take us back to Long Island, New York. What was that like growing up for you?
So my family grew up very poor. We had a relatively big family with aunts, cousins, and everything. Very family style. Everyone gets together on Sunday, all that stuff. But our side of the family, my mom, my sister, my dad, and I are just, unfortunately, just not in a great situation. We got into a part where parents needed to split up. There were some things going on, and how I found out, like I always subconsciously knew bad things were going on. We were financially just not in a great space. You know, my mom would turn the hot water heater off. We were taking too long of a shower, all that stuff to save on the bills. Yeah, so it was interesting. So you always got that vibe, something wasn't right. But I think I was about 15, 14, maybe 16 years old when we got served the foreclosure papers at the front door, and the guy serving them gave them to me and just pretended that I was my dad. He just didn't want to deal with it, which retrospect was illegal, but that was just like, can't describe the shocking feeling in your chest when you get that of like, you realize what you subconsciously knew, just
that confirmation is right there.
Yeah.
And what do you remember what that feeling was, you know, reading that paper and processing what it meant?
Yeah, where I am now in life, I mean, I feel so much better. I accepted everything that happened to me, and I appreciate maybe who I am now, but I'll never forget. You can't forget that feeling.
You can't forget that feeling.
Yeah.
And so then what did that do to the family?
So my parents ended up splitting up, a long story there, but my mom and my sister started staying at different family members' houses because we didn't have anywhere to go. And there was only enough room really for them. And I tried to work as much as I can, 2 or 3 jobs through high school and everything. And I would stay at my grandmother's 65 and older complex. And then my best friend lived around the block. And then his mom, who's like a mom to me now, she accepted me in their home, so I would hop around. But everything was in my car. I had 3 extra long bins in the back seat with all my clothes, and I was an avid lifter. I'd work out at the gym and shower there and go to work nonstop.
So here you are, a teenager getting through school, and you're essentially living out of your car.
Yep.
But you had this work and this work ethic and this drive to, how many jobs did you have?
I'd go on and off. I always had at least one, but sometimes 2 or 3, little part-times here and there. From a lot of restaurants when I was younger.
Okay.
Even to just before I even opened my office, I was working as a corporate doc for a company in town. I was teaching online and working as a chiropractor as well. So
juggling.
It's always been there.
Always had that. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, you finish high school and you get to college. Tell me about your college experience.
College was kind of a blessing, but also I was in a situation like mindset-wise, just afraid of everything. Like you know, just from what I've been through, which is always trying to go ahead forward and not make that situation my life going forward. So it was a little nerve-wracking, but I loved being there. It was the best thing that ever happened to me, getting away from Long Island. And there, it's just, I had this halting moment when we got towards the end of the program, which was kinesiology. So I was lined up to be a strength conditioning coach. And I loved working out. I was a competitive lifter at that time, but I didn't want to do it for my life, you know what I mean?
The rest of your life. That's hard on your body.
It is, and a lot of people get in that situation going to school. So I had to do an internship as part of my course, and I found a chiropractor in town. He was really great. Didn't vibe with his office very well, but one of my friends found somebody else in town. He's like, you got to meet this guy. And I just finished the other internship. So this one was off the books, but we did it anyways with him. And it changed my life like that.
You just knew.
Yeah, I grew up going to the chiropractor, but this guy just showed me a whole nother side of things. His name is Dr. Tim Schaub, and he's still really close to me now.
Okay.
And I just knew right there that this is what I have to go to school for.
So that just opened the door. Now, didn't you met your wife in college? Is that correct?
I did.
That's
undergrad.
Another reason we really love the college
Yes,
experience.
100%. Yep.
Because you met your wife Jessica.
Yep.
Yes.
You got it.
Yeah. So, so what made you go, oh, I need to open my own practice rather than, because there's 2 paths usually, when people finish chiropractic school, they go and work as an associate with somebody, or they go and do their own practice. So tell me about that choice for you.
That was the hard thing. My wife and I talked a lot about our plan. We putting off getting married so we can get money together, come down here. I had family members in Kannapolis that showed us around. We just wanted to get away from New York in general, but where are we going to go? We didn't want to go too far. It's like plane tickets and everything going to be really expensive to do so. Didn't have the money to open my own practice, and yes, you can get a loan, but you still need some money to start.
Right.
But the view was like, let's try to find a place that we love, start working for someone. Might be an opportunity we can stay there, or eventually, I always had the goal to open my own. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but it was a deep goal there.
So was it a challenge to kind of overcome that mindset of your past that, because a lot of times when people have things that happen to them outside of their control, they use it as a crutch throughout their life, or it hinders what they're able to do. It sounds like you were able to overcome that with this work ethic that you had, just constantly going, constantly doing.
Yeah, I think there's still pieces that are still there, like subconsciously. I've, like I said, accepted everything. It's love the life we created, my wife and I. And it was that mindset, that drive I had ever since I was younger, just to keep pressing forward,
And to do something different than what you had.
Some people always cave into those things and they get stuck where they are, and I had a fear that I didn't want to be stuck where I was. So I just have a burning desire to keep doing better. And I'm a goal setter, so I have personal and business goals on a whiteboard at home with all the dates, things I want to hit, and I have to check it off. That's something my mom built into me when I was younger. Yeah, she worked 2 or 3 jobs too, just trying to make ends meet there. So my sister and I would get a list of things to do, and it had to be done by the time she got home.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, sometimes it was like the second before she pulled in the driveway, I'm just running around vacuuming. Sometimes I get it ahead of time so I can go outside and play. But I didn't realize at that time, like, I checked it off. I always crossed it off with a check at the end. And
you were developing some really good habits.
Yep, and I realized that, later in life when I was making those goals, I followed mentors and stuff of that nature that told me about those. But that line with the check at the end is always what I used to do. And I still do that to this day now.
And so you bring up mentor. You had a specific mentor, I believe, that was doing a coaching session with you and your wife.
That's right.
As you were at the beginning of this whole launching your own practice, right?
Yep.
And I loved this, massive action. She wrote massive action.
So all in massive action, very specifically. Yeah.
Massive action.
Yeah, Dr. Barbara Eaton. She's incredible. She's exactly what I needed at the time when I found her. One of my friends used her and actually wasn't a fan of her program. He's like, but I think she can help you out.
Okay.
So we had a phone call with her, and this situation, I'm on my 3rd office working for someone else, and I'm still, how do I make this happen on my own? It's really difficult to manage that. And once we talked to her, she just gave me the cold hard truth. Like, if you want to make it happen, it's all in massive action. You do it or you don't. And what's your decision? And she just waited. Like, she's a perfect salesperson. But
it's perfect.
Yeah.
Let you answer. Okay, so what did all in massive action look like? What were the steps to implement this directive?
Well, the good thing my wife and I, both of us, are doers, right? If we put our mind to something, like, we're going to do it to the nines and to the right way. So once we just had to make the decision, like, we're going to do this. And it was that same halting moment, like almost like struggling to breathe, like, hey, we got to tell her yes now. Like, it's really more for us, not her.
Yeah.
But once we made it, it's like, cool, we're off to the races. And from there, when you put your mind to something, but I really truly believe the universe starts opening doors, right? So we met people, and there was a few people we knew that had connections to the bank in town, that had connections with the SBA, and you start making these little connections that make life easier. And it's like, hey, we can get a loan here. It's not as bad as you think. And then there's this discount office supply store down the block. We got everything we needed for like $250, instead of just buying everything at full price online right off the bat.
Wow.
So everything just started to transpire once we made a decision.
Once you got that swift kick in the butt?
That's what I needed.
Sometimes that's what it takes, right? Yeah. Somebody just loving you enough to, or you pay them enough to give you
Yeah, that's how Dr. Barbara was. So we had a whiteboard, like, leaving, another whiteboard when we walked out the door when we first started, and we put all in massive action, capital letters. So every time we walked out the door, it's like,
it was that reminder.
We're going to work. Everything you do today is bound to achieve these goals. And it's just going to happen if you keep working towards it.
And those are great strategies for motivation as well. Is if you have those goals, you have to have them in front of you. You have to have them on your whiteboard. You have to have sticky notes on your bathroom mirror, in your car.
I used to have them in my car, yep.
Yeah, everywhere, to just keep that in front of you. And then you just ask every day, or everything you do, is this aligning with this goal that I have.
Yep.
And so that's what got you here. How long have you been here in this space?
We're coming up on 7 years now.
7
Yeah.
years, and your practice is growing. You have other practitioners here
Yep.
with you, and so you can offer your patients just a wide range of modalities. What is your favorite part of what you do here for your patients?
I love helping people, and I've always loved that. So no matter what it is, if someone just need a helping hand, like I always, growing up, always felt bad, and I wanted to help other
Help
people.
others.
Yep, and I love helping people feel better.
So it kind of comes from that place of serving.
I love being of service, and like people in pain, it's hard to deal with. Some people are in severe pain to the point they're crying, like there's no other option. But I love seeing that progress and get to a point where they can do their goals. I always talk about things like, what are your goals you want to hit for me to help you? And those are the things that we want to get to. Like, hey, I want to just pick up my grandchild, or I want to get back to golf. Whatever that is, that's what you want to do. Helping them achieve that is something that just brings joy that other jobs really can't do for me.
So you help them physically, but it sounds like you help them mentally as well. With
It's not my scope to be a therapist, but yeah, it kind of comes with it.
But it sounds like you kind of like shared the whole goal setting, right? The whole let's work toward these goals, rather than just randomly getting treatment indefinitely.
Well, a lot of people find out as multiple appointments go along, pain is psychological as well. So you're having a stressful day, if you have a stressful relationship, whatever it may be, it impacts your pain. It delays improvement as well.
Right.
People start to see that as they go along.
Yeah.
So you hear a lot of things when you're in the room with the person over time.
It is a little, I've been doing chiropractic my whole life as well.
Yeah.
So it does become a little pseudo-therapist
It does,
of sorts. Now, you are a new father.
I am.
Yes, and your little baby 9 months old?
She turned 9 months this Sunday, yep.
Oh my goodness. And so how has being a father changed you, who you are, and maybe those goals?
She's the light of my world. She literally smiles from the second she wakes up. And
You can see the smile on his face.
Oh yeah, I get excited just to go wake her up. So sometimes my wife's like, give her another 10 minutes. Like I just want to see that smile on her
You
face.
just want to see,
Yeah.
And what do you think the influence of your past and how you grew up affects how you are a father?
We had a lot of talks about that, my wife and I, just even while she was pregnant beforehand, just waiting, like, what's that nerve-wracking moment, your first child, like you want them to have everything you didn't, be treated the way you didn't, but you don't want to be overzealous. We don't want to spoil her.
Right.
I want her to know what work ethic is and to become her own person. So it's mind-boggling until she gets here, we just try to be the best father I can be.
Yeah. Well, I've seen pictures. She's absolutely precious.
She's beautiful.
So, what's next for you with combined chiropractic and acupuncture in your personal life? You've always got goals, so I want to hear. I want to hear what's coming up.
Yeah, they're forever changing. Once I check it off, I make a new one, just based on where I'm at in that time frame. And sometimes you change that path and it's not something you want to do, but I try to stick to it till I achieve it. Right now, like this is my bread and butter. I'll do this to the day I die.
Okay.
But right now, I just really excited. I created a new pillow. Just got my patent, or was applying to patent. I just got my prototype. And it's coming out really good.
For a pillow.
For a pillow.
This just fascinates me because you go to a bedding store or you go to a chiropractor and there's all these pillows, and you have a prototype and you're getting a patent for a new pillow. Like, help me understand how it's a different kind of pillow. What's so special about your pillow?
So it's probably the most common question I get during the day is, what kind of pillow? Because no one can find anything comfortable and their neck always hurts, right? So I had an idea and I drew something out about 4 years ago. And I'm like, all right, once I get the office to a stable point, I want to put some attention towards this. And about 1.5 years ago is when I started to get that light bulb in the head. I'm like, cool, I need something else to do because I need something to do. And that's when we're starting to tackle this. So it's been a journey. Like, I really thought it would be a lot more simple than it is, but nothing's ever simple. And I've worked with pillow scientists, everything, making just things
hold on.
that didn't
There
work
are
out.
pillow scientists.
There are, supposedly, yeah. That's their niche. That's what they do. But yeah, I worked with a few, just some bad experience, and so just not really hitting the nail on the head of what I wanted. And I had a unique idea what I wanted to do. So eventually, depending on what materials you're using, mainly memory foam, it all collapses on you. It doesn't, whether it's good first few nights, it's beautiful, and then after a month or two, it's like, all right, this doesn't feel comfortable anymore. So I wanted something that provides support for a very long period of time. Obviously, nothing lasts forever, but I want something that's going to give you phenomenal support every night on all sides of the pillow, no matter if you roll to your side, your back, whatever it may be.
I can't wait to see this pillow.
Yeah, me
I mean,
too.
obviously it's, still under wraps and you've still got,
We're getting there, yeah.
You're getting there.
A couple steps, we're almost there.
But yeah, I'll look for that. And then also, your wife is involved in Sensory Santa.
Yes, that's something we started. I believe we did it the first year at the office. If not, it was the second. But we've done it every year except for last year when we just had the baby. But it's a beautiful event my wife handles. She's the mastermind behind it. So Sensory Santa is an event for kids with disabilities. So Down syndrome, autism, neurological conditions like that. And because a lot of them can't stand in line, they can't wait for hours, and it's a little uncomfortable situation for them. So this is a one-on-one 10 to 15 minute time frame with Santa for that individual kid.
Wow.
And we have a questionnaire, so we get specifics about them, what they like, whether it's Sonic or basketball, and we get a customized gift for them so Santa can give to them.
Okay.
We have a volunteer Santa, a volunteer photographer.
Okay.
So we give the pictures that we get to the people, the families that show up as well.
And this is at no cost to them.
No cost. We just love to do it. We had the idea from our coach actually the first year we were open, and my wife was like, I need to do this. I want to organize it. She's a compassionate person that just loves to see a smile on everyone's face. So yeah, this year we have it. We just met with them yesterday. We're doing it at Chickadee Farms, the wedding venue.
I love Chickadee.
Yeah, we know the owners. We just met with them. They're gracious enough to give us the space during their light show they have.
Okay.
So we're just in the process of organizing that this year, sometime in December.
Okay, so all y'all watching, let's make sure that we support that. I will make sure that it's promoted when we get closer.
We have a baker in town that donates some cookies, so everyone that gets a cookie there, and then we do take donations if someone wants to help contribute, so we can buy the gifts for them and all that.
Okay.
So my wife's trying to grow it and make it bigger every single year.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's an emotional day, but it's a beautiful day. It's rewarding to do. It's fun.
I'm excited about it. I'm not excited about the holidays in cold weather, but I'm excited about this event and supporting you guys in that. So this has been wonderful talking to you today, Dr. Matt. And if there's somebody watching today and they are struggling to overcome circumstances that they weren't in charge of getting into, right? And they are just struggling to get out of that, what would your words to them be?
I think everyone has that drive inside them that they can achieve anything they want to. And it's hard to believe in yourself and push past the uncomfortable zones, but I would say really being a goal setter, write down the goals of everything you want to achieve, even if it seems unfathomable. And once you write it down, just start doing little things to achieve it.
Just
right?
those little things.
Those little steps, little goals, short-term goals, reach the end game, and just keep pushing toward it, no matter what it is. Doesn't matter if you just want to be a better father or you want to open your own business. Take those baby steps, and you really just get past the uncomfortable zone. Put yourself in those situations that are uncomfortable. That's where you really start to drive
and that's
forward.
where you grow. That is really where
it's
you
the scary
grow.
part, but that's why not everyone does it.
That's the scary part. Yeah. And there's a certain momentum that you get when you
it starts to spiral, and it's amazing to watch.
And it can spiral, it can snowball into, oh wow, and then when you look back and see how far you've come.
Yeah, and even like 7 years seems a lot, but I feel like it went so fast. You know, it's like I still remember the day one when you made the decision to do it. Like
I remember when you opened here.
Yeah.
I do, and I can't believe that's been 7 years.
That's wild. I know.
And we get to sit here today. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Please follow Dr. Matt at Combined Chiropractic and Acupuncture. All of his information will be on the screen that follows. And, go ahead and put it on your donation list to set aside some donations once Sensory Santa is available. If you and your family are facing your next chapter and we need to review your life insurance or retirement setting or just set some of these goals that we talked about, please reach out to me at Trina Sells Insurance. My information is there. And as always, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.